Hey guys, it's me, Laura, Crocheting Whovian. How y'all doing tonight? It's been about a week since my last podcast. I'm trying to make it weekly, if not bi-weekly, depending on what I've gotten done and what I've actually done in my life. This month is going to be a little weird because I go to Stitches. I leave here for Stitches West on the 23rd of February, and I come back because I'm staying with my best friend Nicole. I'm coming back. I come back home. I leave there, the red eye, on March 5th. It's midnight, March 6th, technically. And I land here at 8 a.m. March 6th, though. Yeah, so it's going to be a little bit weird. We are definitely going to podcast from there. I don't know if it's going to be on my, well, no, it's definitely going to be on my channel. I don't know if it's going to be on both my channel and her channel, which is Addicted, the number 2, Yarn. At some point we're going to podcast it. I don't know when. And Jenny, Wish Upon a Stitch, is going to be with us too. It's going to be the 3 of us doing the strip, so I'm sure she's going to be in on the podcast too. And I believe her channel is Wish Upon a Stitch. I don't know. I'm not quite sure. I don't know. She changed it 3 times and my brain is farting. So, yeah. I'm sure we're going to podcast from there along with Nicole's little sidekick, Lexi. But I'm going to try to do one every week until I go, is my point. I may have some projects then. I may not have any. I'm just going to roll with it. I'm wearing the Golden Girls. Stay golden, people. All right. I have a few announcements and then we're going to dive right in. It's not going to be a long one because there's not much here and whatever. The PHN shawl sweater along is going strong. I believe it ends March 31st. I've been keeping tabs on the thread, and it's a very lively thread, I guess you could say, for lack of a better term, because my brain farting. I can English, but it's going strong. All the projects that are in there are beautiful, but it's running until March 31st, and their rules are pretty much my rules, because that's no joke. That's where I stole them from. Sorry, guys. It's one whip per project per week and 1 FO whenever you get that done. Yeah, check it out. If you don't already watch their podcast, I highly recommend it. I know I say that every week, but it's an awesome podcast. And they're amazing, generous, caring people, and I highly, highly recommend them. The next announcement I have is Undead Yarn Designer Along. Last month was Franciscan Gypsy Designs, which you guys know I absolutely love all her designs. You know, because of all the turtles I've made, which I'm going to get into too. I'll get into that later. This month, starting February 1st, and I'm not sure when it ends. I forgot to look, but the pattern is Susanna Ice. The designer is Susanna IC, and I have one of her patterns here, which I plan on casting on. It's called I believe this is her. It's a paid for pattern. Yes, this is hers. Concurrence. I actually saw this pattern a while ago, and I don't think I'm going to get the yarn in time for the designer along, but I'm going to make it either way because I actually love it, and I'm going to make it. I actually have that yarn. They recommended to make it with this. I have it in shades of purple and pink and gray from a yarn box a while ago, but this is one of the patterns I'm going to bring with me to Stitches to get yarn specifically for it. It's fingering, and I'm hoping to get a heavy fingering from like Miss Babs in 2 different colors. Hopefully. I'm not guaranteeing that, but if something else in another booth strikes my fancy, I'm going to do that. But this is the pattern. It's a paid for pattern. All her patterns are lovely. She has a lot of shawls, I believe. She's mostly a shawl knitter, but all her patterns are beautiful. And there's something about this one. Now, I keep covering my face. I'm sorry, people. I ordinarily do not like triangle shawls, but I really want to make this and gift this. It's so pretty. Okay. It is gorgeous. I absolutely love it. But that's the designer for this month. I don't know if it ends at the end of this month or it goes for 2 months. I'm not quite sure, but that's the designer for Susanna IC. That's a designer for this month in the Undead Yarn Designer Along. The Undead Designer Along, rather. Now, that's Heidi from Undead Yarns. Her yarn is amazing. I can't English, apparently. I can't talk about it enough. The yarn is beautiful. All her bases are amazingly soft, and just the way she spots color, I can't. I'm a typical New Yorker. I can't. Check her out. She has a podcast. I believe she's Nitty Girl or Nitty Girl 1 on number 1 on YouTube, but I think it's just Nitty Girl on YouTube. She's amazing. Check out her podcast too. And next up is the Me, Myself, and I Cal, which is mine, a Crocheting Whovian. It's in the Crocheting Whovian Ravelry Group. Sorry guys, I was talking so much, I lost my breath. It's going till April 1st, and basically what it is you make something for yourself. Me, Myself, and I. We did all that crafting for Christmas, for gifts and all that, and now is the time for us. This is the second annual. I do it every year now because it just helps us break out those whips and just think about us and what we want as knitters and crocheters and make something pretty for ourselves. Rules are 1 whip per project per week and the FO whenever you finish it. And I do have featured patterns and, well, featured designer, really. It's any Franciscan gypsy design. If you make one, it counts for 2 entries. But just check it out. It's really cool. It's going strong. It really is going strong. Next week, I'll show you guys the prizes for that. The next Cal I have going on is the Cobblestones hat Cal. The knit along. It's this cobblestone hat from Susie Gorley, which you'll see in a minute when I show you my finished objects. I'm obsessed with that pattern. I became obsessed with that pattern like Dan Jones of the Bakery Bears became obsessed with the Bankhead hat. It's very fun knit. It keeps you going. It keeps your interest, but it's very potato chippy at the same time, which is what I like, which me as a new knitter needs. There's a lot of entries in there, but check it out. You never know. And again, next week, I don't have all the prizes. I will show the prizes for that as well. That too ends April 1st. Excuse me. I'm sorry. Next up is Ronald McDonald House. I'm still collecting toys for it. I'm up to maybe 30 toys that I've made for him. I have a thread in my group for him. Again, you guys heard this before. I don't want to bore you guys. It's for the kids in the Ronald McDonald House and their siblings. What's going on is in April, they are having my mother's Kiwanis Club is having a cookout for them. Well, it's not technically a cookout, something is sponsoring it, but I believe it's Outback Steakhouse that's sponsoring it and donating the food. But it's a way of the families of the sick children to come together and just have a little bit of a fun time in between, you know, doctors and things like that. And the idea is to donate a toy just as sort of a support and, you know, showing that you care and things like that. So I have about between 30 and 32, maybe 33. Sorry, the camera's falling. Maybe 32 or 33 toys made already. But I need about between 50 and 60. So if you guys can help, if you have a toy that you made and it's just sitting there, I'm sure the kids will love it. And it'll go to a good home. I already talked about Stitches West. That was next on the list. You guys heard it before. Why don't we go into the whips? Okay, this is out of order, but okay. First up, don't fall, don't fall, don't fall. And you fell. First up in the Bakery Bears Patchwork Christmas bag is the Purple Rain Shawl. The pattern is Sock Knitter Shawl by K.F. Jones. The yarn is Miss Babs Kiara in the colorway Ultraviolet. I love those snaps. I figured it's a Bakery Bears shawl. I might as well have it in a Bakery Bears bag. I got some work done on it. This stitch marker right here marks off where I was when I posted it in PHN. This pin hook and needles, by the way, this stitch marker marks off where I was last time I showed it. And I think I'm in the middle. No, I'm not. I thought I was in the middle of it wrong. But here it is. I love the stitches on it. The stitch definition. Sorry, this is in the way. The color is actually showing up true to color right now against my shirt. The color is beautiful. It's very vibrant. It's so soft too. I actually am hoping to have this done 4 stitches, which I doubt I will. But I'm hoping to have it done 4 stitches to wear at stitches. But I may just bring it with me and finish it that week. Now I'm moving the stitch marker, the progress keeper rather, so that I know where I was when I showed you guys. Okay. I'm doing it on US 5s, Chai-Goos, the Goo-Goos. Chai-Goos, Chow-Goos, you know, the Goo-Goos. Sorry, I'm like so dry today. I don't know what it is. I'm just tired, I guess. And there goes the snaps. But this is a beautiful bag. Her bags are, I miss her bags, making bags, but I actually, the last few updates that she did, I actually lucked out and got one of every one. Matter of fact, that update with those Christmas bags, I managed to get 3 of them. I know I was greedy, but I gave them as gifts. I only kept that one. Okay, next up in my Gilmore's Girls project bag, who I forgot who made it, but there's a tag inside. Good Stuff Crafts. Gilmore Girls bag, project bag by Good Stuff Crafts is Rhonda the Giraffe. The pattern is Stanley the Giraffe by Little Muggles Designs, and the yarn is the Yazawada skein in the colorway Rhonda. And then it's the Stylecraft Special DK in the colorway Pomegranate. I have the head done. It's not stuffed, but it's a little head with the pink eyes. And I just started the body. I have the ears done too, I think. No, I have the horns done. Here's one of the horns. But yeah. I love the pattern. I love all of the Little Muggles patterns. They're so cute. Okay. The Little Muggles patterns, excuse me, I need a sip of water. I think I've made at least one of everyone, because they're very easy. I don't want to say they're easy, but they're easy. They're quick ones, I should say. Not easy, but quick ones. And they're all very, very cute. So I've been actually making a lot of those for donation. This one I'm keeping. It's Miss Babs, and I love that yarn. I actually made a Timmy out of that yarn. That's one skein. A Biddy out of that one skein. And now I'm going to get this giraffe out of it. So I'm going to have 3 toys, 1 skein. Timmy Turtle and Biddy the Bashful Baby Turtle. You guys know what I'm talking about by Franciscan Gypsy Designs. Come on. You've seen me make so many of them. So you know what I'm talking about. In my extra large Silver Shed USA TARDIS bag is my Lady in Red hat. Now, this is the Cobblestones pattern by Susie Gorley. This is what I'm doing for my knit along. The yarn is, I love this yarn in, shockingly, the colorway red. It's a free pattern on Ravelry, so I'm really not giving anything away when I hold this up close. I just dropped a stitch. Okay. See? It's a 2x2 rib, which I actually have come to love that one more than a 1x1 rib stitch, 1x1 twisted rib. This one I actually like better. I feel like it fits more comfortably. All it is pretty much is knits and purls. And the pearls are what makes it the cobblestones. It looks like cobblestones. I love it. I am almost done with this. I have 2 more repeats before I start decreasing. I'm going to have this done by next week. But I love it. I love this pattern. And I love the way it's working up in this yarn. I've made some variegated, which you're going to see in finished objects, but which you actually saw last week, in the last episode in my finished objects. Matter of fact, I have it right here. I like it in variegated, and I like it too in the solid. There's something about it in a solid that, I don't know. Yeah, I'm going old school, my notebook. Okay. In my Southpaw Creations Avengers bag is my baby girl shawl. The pattern is Scrap Shawl by Anastasia Zeitel, and the colorway is Caring Cake in the, yarn is Caring Cake in the colorway Confetti. The last time you saw this, I was only on the light purple. Now I'm into the gold, obviously, and the cake is collapsing now, but that's what it looks like. The pink isn't so bright, but that's what it looks like. And I'm into the gold. I'm using an eye hook, and this is it. I'm hoping to have this done, definitely, by Stitches, because this is going to be a gift for someone that I see there. Yeah, so I love this pattern. I can sit there and make a dozen of these from this pattern. I have 2 of them, 2 shawls for myself made with this pattern, and when I'm cold, I wrap myself up in one of them because I made it very, very large on the couch, and I use it to read with. It just keeps me warm, which I suppose that's what a shawl is supposed to do. Next up, you would think that that's what a shawl is supposed to do. In my Southpaw Creations Harry Potter bag is Aubrey the Rabbit. The pattern is Wasabi the Rabbit by Little Muggles Designs, and the yarn is Red Heart Soft. I don't remember the colorway, but I have the head done. Now where you see those stitch markers is where the eyes go. I haven't chosen yet what color eyes. This is actually a gift for my best friend's daughter. I finished the ears on it, and I'm just about to start the body. But this is what it looks like. It's not a free pattern, it's a paid for pattern. But let me see. There we go. I thought it was so cute. I'm actually going to, the other reason why I didn't put the eyes in yet is because I'm debating on putting a safety nose right there instead, because I don't work well with embroidery. I'm special when it comes to that. But I'm hoping to have this done before I go to California as well. Okay. Wow, I just hurt my nose. Last but not least, in my Silver Shed USA extra large inside out bag is my Age of Innocence shawl. This is the, I didn't write it down, that's why I just literally worked on this just before I started filming. The Hitchhiker Beyond pattern by Martina Beam. The yarn is Yazawada Skein in the colorway Age of Innocence. It's a wild iris, so it's done. It's not repeatable. But I've gotten 2 teeth done since the last time you saw it, because that's where it was, and now I got these done. And I'm going to work on this some more tonight before I go to sleep. But this is the yarn. It kind of looks like, not like, no, it does. It kind of looks like a lilac, like a field of lilacs with the green and the purple. And this is going towards, I believe it's going towards, excuse me. Sorry about that. Anyone's wearing earbuds, but I believe that's going towards a donation. I may change my mind on that one, but you never know. I may give it as a donation or a gift. Hi. It's only been 19 minutes and I'm already into finished objects. Okay. I should have had them out. I'm sorry, guys. Okay. There's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Yeah, that's it. Oops. This is Bunny. I'll take a sip of my drink in a second. Okay, that is all. The first up is the Blue Jay hat. The pattern is the Cobblestones hat by Susie Gurley, and the yarn is Red Heart Soft in the colorway turquoise. You guys saw this last podcast. This is the hat I'm making for my sister to go skiing with. I absolutely love it, and which is making me so thankful that I started one in red for myself. Did I miss a stitch here? No, I didn't. Okay. The crowns I'm still getting used to, because when I start the decreases, I actually put them on DPNs. And I actually taught myself how to use DPNs based on my own common sense. And it's probably the wrong way to do it. But that's that. That's the Blue Jay hat. The pattern Cobblestones hat by Susie Gurley. Again, free pattern on it on Ravelry. And the yarn is Red Heart Soft in the colorway turquoise. Now, keeping up with the theme for this. Now, I'm going to show you two different ones. Mine's a little bit bigger because I washed and blocked it. This one is not washed and blocked yet. But this, you guys did not see. This was new on the needles this week and finished right away. This is my BFF hat. I made it for my best friend because she asked me to. In the same yarn as me. The pattern is Cobblestones hat again by Susie Gurley. The yarn is Undead yarn in the baddie base in the colorway Wild Rumpus. Now, I had bought 2 skeins of this because there was no pink in it. And I absolutely loved it, the fact that there was no pink in it. Because the other ones I have pink in it. These two, for some reason, did not have it. And I love the way it's striped up on its own. Heidi, I wish you didn't get rid of this colorway, because this is my favorite colorway. It's absolutely positively my favorite colorway. Next finished object is Fang, the Bashful Baby Turtle. Pattern is Biddy, the Bashful Baby Turtle, excuse me, by Franciscan Gypsy Designs. And the yarn is Miss Babs Yowza What a Skein, the colorway Fang. And these two are Stylecraft Special DK in the colorways red. Oops, I just dropped something. And plum. This is the red and this is the plum. It came out so cute. I loves it. It's so cute. Now, what I was saying about this. My turtles. I don't know if you guys could see. There's some there. Those are mine. Those are the ones I'm keeping for me. Those actually, some of them are actually being donated. That one right there is being donated. That one back there is one of the ones I'm keeping because it's made out of Doctor Who yarn from Yarn Tree UK. This one right here, if you could, is being donated. That one right there is being donated. That one right there is being kept because me and my best friend made them together. And that one right there is being donated. That's actually made out of Miss Babs DK. Kawi, I can't pronounce it. In the colorway Biker Chick. But this is another one that's being donated. But I'm going to talk to you about these. I am well into the 20s of the Biddy the Bashful Baby Turtle. And about 21 of Timmy the Timmy Turtles. So this is what I'm going to do. Since I obviously love these patterns because of, you guys know, because tortoise versus the hare. What I'm going to do is have a contest. By April 1st, whoever can begin and complete a Timmy the Timid Turtle, no matter how many times you do it, will be entered into a raffle to win of your choice any of the Franciscan Gypsy Designs patterns. I absolutely positively love all the patterns. You all know that. But turtles are like my spirit animal, and I just latched onto these ones. And, you know, I'm very grateful for Talia, Franciscan Gypsy Designs, for coming up with the Biddy pattern for me specifically, which was amazing. She surprised me so much that day. So I can make them and donate them to the Ronald McDonald House. And I have been. These are the ones I've pretty much been making a lot of because I've gotten a lot of positive feedback about them. And just like with the Little Muggles designs. But I'm not going to lie. I'm keeping a lot for myself. I've kept at least 7 for myself. I've given some as Christmas gifts. I've given some as gifts because I feel like it makes the person think of me and know that I'm giving them something that I love for them to love. But like I said, you have until April 1st, which gives you plenty of time because it's just about 2 months. No, the more Timmies you make, obviously gives you more of a chance to win. But if you make more than 5 Timmies, you will have the chance to win a skein of yarn of my choosing. More than likely, it's going to be a Miss Babs skein, a Yowza skein. So get on it, people. That's all I can say. I'm going to start a thread with these rules after this goes up, or before this goes up when I'm publishing it. Last but not least, I was bored one night and I wanted to use up some of my scraps of yarn. And I saw this pattern and I got it. This is Dusty the Dust Bunny. The pattern is Amigurumi Dust Bunny by Kate E. Hancock. Excuse me. The yarn is Miss Babs Yowza Water Skein scrap, actually. I have a little bit more that I'm sending to Talia for her blanket, but colorway Barbara Jean. It's so cute. I used black eyes on this one because I didn't know. I don't have very many. It calls for 24 millimeter eyes. I don't have very many of them. I have some of them from Suncatcher Eyes, which I'm going to order more. But so cute. Look at him. He says hello. Hello. I special. And that is all from finished objects. Okay, let's go on to my stash enhancements. Now, I'm going to show you. I was asked. I belong to technically 4 subscription boxes. If you heard that, that's my dad sneezing. Bless you, Daddy. Well, if you include my yarn boxes that I get every month, it's 5. I was asked by a few people who are interested in the Nerd Block boxes to show them on here. So I'm going to do the yarn first, and if you guys aren't interested in the Nerd Blocks, I'll tell you when. But I belong to bookclub.case, which sends you 2 books of the genre you choose for $15 a month, which isn't bad. They send you 2 books. You don't know the books. It's just out of the genre you've chosen. And that I have not gotten this month yet. So I've gotten last month, and I finished the books and I donated them already. I belong to Pop in a Box, Funko Pop of the Month Club, which is pretty much how I get a lot of my Funko Pops, but not most of them, because sometimes I get ones that I'm like, what am I going to do with this? I don't even know who this is. And I sell them on eBay. And the other ones are my 2 Nerd Blocks. One is the sci-fi block, and one is the classic box, which is, they pretty much advertise them as Comic-Con in a box. Highly recommend them. But I'm going to show you some of my Yarny acquisitions first, and this way whoever doesn't want to watch anymore can close out. The first one up is my Yummy Crochet. I belong to a few crochet groups on the app Kik, K-I-K, which is basically a texting app on your phone. And one of them is for knitting and one of them is for crochet. And one of the girls in the crochet group was showing this, and I was like, I need to have that. I thought it was so cute. And it's Yummy Crochet, 12 projects too cute to eat. It's the whole kit. They give you the yarn in the kit to make this cupcake. But my best friend's daughter is having a birthday party, the day before I leave for home, and the idea for me and my best friend Nicole is to make the cookies and the teacup to put in a little bowl as a centerpiece, and the kids could go home with them if they want them. But this, I love it. I love it. I think it's so cute. I can't wait to start into this, make these. Okay. Next is, I got my yarn box from Yarn Tree UK. The sock yarn box is a quarterly yarn box that I signed up for. Last year was 4 seasons, winter, spring, summer, fall. And this year it's My Little Pony. The difference between me and the average box is I pay a little bit extra to get DK instead of fingering. I don't really like working with fingering, and I am not a sock knitter, technically. So she dyes up DK for me. This was the My Little Pony box, the sock box, and the colorway, the base is 100% superwash merino DK. It's 100 grams, 225 meters, and the colorway is Rarity. And I think it came true to point, and I cannot wait to use this. I know exactly what this is going to be. It's going to be something and a biddy. I'm not telling you what the something is yet because it's going to be a surprise for my favorite little girl in the world, my niece. The next one was Sherlock Holmes. And this too is DK because most of her yarn boxes are fingering. Excuse me, I need a sip of water. But again, I pay a little bit extra, not much. I think it's like a $3 or $4 difference, and to get it in DK. And it comes with some cute stuff, but I'm not going to show you that stuff because I already put it away. And I eat the candy. Sorry. This month was Sherlock. Now, again, I know I feel like I'm promoting her, which technically I am. She's doing a yarn box a week. Now, you don't have to sign up for all of them. She lists them on Etsy every month, and you could choose from the 4. Next month, I am getting Harry Potter and another one, and I forgot what it is. Oh, Beauty and the Beast. Harry Potter and Beauty and the Beast. This month, because the sock box, My Little Pony, January rather, was there because it goes quarterly. It's every 4 months. No, it goes every 3 months. Excuse me, my math was off. It fell into the same month. So this month was Sherlock Holmes, and the colorway is You're Not My First Smackhead. And it's a cute little purple. Now I'm going to use this with some of the yarn I got from Lady Fernico Creations for my birthday, and I'm going to make a toy. I know exactly which toy it's going to be for myself. Okay. Next up is the yarn that I purchased from Undone Yarn, Heidi. And it's the Cemetery base, and the colorway is Blackheart. It's DK. That's her Cemetery base. This is, I believe she's doing this for a short period of time. I think it's for Valentine's Day. I believe you can't pre-order it anymore, or you have a few more days to pre-order it. But look how gorgeous this is. Oh my gosh. I regret not getting more because it's gorgeous. I love it with the little bits of blue and black. Oh my gosh. I can't. I love it. It's 231 yards. And I'm saving it for something special for me because I love it that much. And Heidi had a destashing of books on her Instagram. And I saw it and I was like, I have to have this book now. Well, this one I bought to read myself, and it's the Twilight graphic novel volume 1. I've been wanting to read it, but for some reason I just never got around to it. And you know, I'm happy she had it on D-Stash, and I proudly bought it from her. And I'm going to read it, and I'm going to actually read it on the plane to California. But this is the one I really needed to have. I don't know if you all are familiar with Debbie McCumber. She writes those, like, I don't want to say trashy, but she writes like happy-go-lucky, like female lit. And she has a whole series on a yarn store that focuses mostly on knitting. So when I saw her destash this, I needed to have it. It's Knit Along with Debbie McCumber, Friendship Shawls. Now, in the Good Yarn books, it's that series from Debbie McCumber. Each book, at the beginning of the book, has 2 or 3 patterns, and it's the patterns that they discuss in the book. It goes along with the storylines of the book that she's teaching her knitting class to do. So one of these patterns is actually one of the patterns from those books. But I actually looked up the patterns that were in the books, and they are on Ravelry. So I was actually happy to see that. That is all for yarn acquisitions. Now comes up is the Nerd Blocks and my Pop in a Box. So if you guys don't have any interest in this, I'm going to say goodbye to you and tell you I love yous, and I'll see you next time. Now, onto the nerdy stuff. Here is the pop in a box I got. This is a Funko Pop, obviously. And it's Cinderella. I love this one. And this is actually one of the ones I'm keeping for myself. Now, there's a whole series of them. And on the back of the box shows them. I have the Ariel one already. They have Belle in this. Obviously Cinderella, which I have. Rapunzel and Tiana. I don't know if you could see that. But they're Funko Pops. I collect these. I have just about 100 of them. I have every single one from Doctor Who, obviously, because I'm a Crocheting Whovian. I have all the Golden Girls, because, you know, I stay golden. I have all the Gilmore Girls. I actually have all the Captain Americas. All the ones Captain America made. I have at least one character from the Avengers. I have about 5 Star Wars ones. That one you see there, it's actually, they only made 10 of them. And I bought that one at Comic-Con. It cost me a good amount of money, but it's a Doctor Who one. Now, what that one is, and I'll, if I could reach it, no, I can't reach it. It's the 11th Doctor wearing the orange spacesuit that only 10 and 12 wore. 10 wore it first when they first made that, but 12 obviously wore it eventually, but 11 never wore it. So seeing that is very, very, very rare. So I had to have it. I didn't care. Okay, now on to the nerd block. The first one, the classic. Every month they pick a theme. And the classic usually focuses on something comic-y, but not, because the comic book, they have a separate comic box. Sorry, this is blocking me. But this one happened to focus on Marvel, and in particular, Iron Man. Sorry for the crinkling, but I want to take the stuff out of the box so it's easier for me to show you. And then I could get rid of the box. Like I said, this one focused mainly on Iron Man. It came with the arc reactor pin, which is super awesome. A Iron Man mask magnet. Now, these are cold stones. Now, what you do is you chill in the freezer for up to 4 hours, and you add 2 or 3 to your drink. And it goes with what's in this box, which I'm going to show you in a second. But if I could open it, I'll show you. They are pretty much ice cubes that don't melt. But this one says Stark Industry, which is obviously Iron Man. You know, whatever. This one, it's Tony Stark. This one says Iron Man. This one is the Iron Man mask. And this one is the arc reactor, I believe. I could be wrong. The idea of it is because Tony always drinks scotch. And he doesn't like his ice melting in the scotch. So that's what that was behind. And that goes along with this one. It's 2, almost 1, because that box almost fell. It's 2 Stark Industry whiskey glasses, which I got to put in the dishwasher now. This excites me. You see, and you just drop them in, and you drink your whiskey out of this. It excites me. Stay, don't move. And every Nerd Block box, no matter what it is, it's they have horror block, they have sci-fi, they have comic, they have junior boys, junior girls, arcade. There's a few different ones. And I do it on a month-to-month basis, because each box that you get, like these are the ones for January, show a preview for the following month. And it comes in a little, it used to come on a postcard, but now it comes in a little news magazine, like a pamphlet. It's like 4 or 6 pages. And I do it month by month, because if there is a topic in it that I don't like next month is time travel. I am all for time travel, because it'll probably be Back to the Future, Back to the Future, Quantum Leap, and Doctor Who. More than likely. Those are going to be the things that are even referenced. At least one of them. But if there is a month that there's something I'm not interested in, I suspend it for the month. And then I redo it the following month. But it's $19.99 a month plus shipping. But like I said, each month comes with a shirt. And this month was Iron Man, obviously. And it's the construction of the blueprints for the suit. I'm very thankful for that. I really like that one. Okay. Let me put this away. The stones. I don't want to lose the stones. Next up, I'm going to show you the sci-fi block. They're a lot of fun. I like collecting these things. I'm weird like that. Next up is the sci-fi block. Sorry. I know I'm bending. I'm sorry, guys. Okay. Okay. I'm just taking the stuff out of the box so I could show you. And I want to show you, I actually have the postcard, the book for it. Now, if I do not like the items in the box, like I said, I either give them as gifts or I give them away or I sell them on eBay. The shirts, if I don't like them, I actually give them to my friend's husband. But in this box is the sci-fi box was a Doctor Who system wipe novel, which I'm going to read this on the plane too for California. A Hobbit print, a sci-fi, I believe these are books, postcards, a Game of Thrones magnet map set, which is very, very heavy. Very, very heavy. Sorry, hold on. I'm being messaged. I know, this is rude of me. I'm sorry. I have to stop doing that. I showed you that. I showed you that. A Dungeons and Dragons pen. I'm not a big Dungeons and Dragons person, so I don't know. 3D playing cards of The Hobbit, which is going to be fun. I'm actually bringing those to California with me. And this is my favorite out of this box. A Harry Potter and Voldemort wallet. And the t-shirt, which I am not keeping, I'm selling, I don't know if I'm going to sell it or give it away, is the Demogorgon. It's a Dungeons and Dragons shirt. But yeah, that's it for the nerd box. But this is what I was telling you about. They give you this in every box. And the next month's theme for sci-fi is the Hunters. I suspended it for that month because I don't even know what the heck the Hunters are, in all honesty. But yeah, you see, this is they gave you one. Sometimes in certain nerd boxes, if there's a series or something, it's the luck of the draw. Whichever one you get is what you get. They were giving you one of 3 books from Doctor Who, and it was either The Good, the Bad, and the Alien. The one I have, and there's another one that I can't really make out, but you see. And it gives you a description of everything you got in the box. This is obviously the sci-fi block, but it tells you what everything is specifically. That's how I knew what the print was. Because I'm not really a big Hobbit. I know I'm not really a big Hobbit fan. I'm not actually. The only thing that I enjoyed was the wallet and the book, because everything else I'm not really a fan of, which is another reason why I suspended this one for a month. Oh, and here is the advertising. The new arcade block is leveling up to a gamer block. The other thing I want to say is they just started, and they announced it. We all got emails about it, the members of it. They just started an Army Strong box. So if you're an Army member, or if you want to support the Army, some of the proceeds actually do go to the U.S. Army. I want to show you something. This happened to be on my table here. This is one I got in a past nerd block. It's the shoe from Back to the Future. It's a pin. And it's here because it's going to go in my button monster. As well as the Dungeons and Dragons one. But looking around, I think that's about it. And I've been talking for 45 minutes. I think you've had enough of me already. I don't know what to say. But again, I want to thank everybody who commented on the last episode. I have to respond to you guys. There's some I have to respond to still. I know it's time to go because my dog is starting to cry. Excuse me. What was I going to say? And I just want to thank you guys for sitting here for almost an hour and hanging out with me. But until next week, have a great weekend, great night, great evening, great day, great morning, great everything. And I'll see you next week. Have a great one. Bye.